Hey, it's our rescuers.
So glad you both made it, Loka.
Thanks, Belle.
We're a couple of old survivors, but we'd be dead if it wasn't for you guys. So thanks.
Maybe some of our survivors' luck will rub off on you now. Return the favor, right? I'm fine, except I ain't been warm since I got out of that cooler. I want to make a bonfire and curl up in it, and I ain't sure even that would be enough.
Yeah, I'm all right, too. My bruises are turning interesting colors, but they always do that.
I guess you know what you're doing, but I got family dying back home, so whatever gets us to paid is what I want. The quicker, the better.
I wouldn't piss on this patriarch fuck if he was on fire.
Me neither. Pendejo can rot for all I care.
But if doing his dirty work saves Arizona, well then, I say we hold our noses and do it.
I'm an Atchison. Rail Nomad was just coming together when Ranger Citadel got nuked. Now it's worse than it ever was. Atchisons and Topekans at each other's throats, fighting over all the food we ain't got. Gonna be nobody left there if we don't get back soon.
I got no people except the Rangers. They took me in when no one else would. I can't fail them. I just can't.
Stay strong, November.
You looked into the chicken coop lately?
Lieutenant Train Zhang, Rangers. I've brought a message from Angela Death. Yep. I bet we just miss each other back home. My husband, Jason, and I left California with Colonel Death when she returned to AZ. Jason opened his gun shop at HQ, and I signed on. Then Angela picked me for the Colorado Advance team, and I've been here ever since. Missing Jason like crazy, but that's the life of a ranger, right? My real name is Connie. But my husband always calls me Choo Choo Train, because my maiden name was Choo. Somehow, the other guys in my unit found out about this, and now everybody calls me Train. I'm getting used to it. Colonel Death has info for you that's too sensitive for the airwaves. She wants a face-to-face. Sent me to arrange it. She doesn't have much reason to trust you, does she? Despite her showing you the Patriarch's bad side, you're still following his orders. She's not going to put her head in the lion's mouth.
We're doing what we have to take care of Arizona, okay?
She understands that. All she wants is a chance to speak her piece. But, as I was saying, if you want to meet her, it'll have to be on neutral ground. Colonel Death will give you the details, but Liberty Buchanan is getting ready to make her move on her father. And the army she's assembled, well, let's just say they're probably not going to be very worried about collateral damage. The Colonel has intel that will help you stop Liberty before she pulls the trigger. The House of the Hoon family. Just your squad. Nobody else. Will you come? You're probably not gonna take her word as a ranger at this point. But think about it. You both want to stop Liberty Buchanan from starting her coup, right? Well, Angie wants to help you do that. So, she's got no reason to kill you. And if that's not good enough, how about I offer myself as a hostage? I'll stay here at your base until you hear her out. If anything happens to you, you can have your crew shoot me down. What do you say? Thanks, Rangers. I'll be here until you get back.
Team November, we've got trouble. Scar collectors are attacking the perimeter at multiple points. We're coordinating the defense now, but we need all hands on deck.
Will do.
Good job defusing.
Rangers, come out and play! Liberty says, thanks for dealing with her brothers. Now, deal with this. Let's party! Got my sights on their flanks!
Let's finish this!
I heard Mr. Howe found himself a pretty blonde thing.
Really?
Our saviors, Hardy. Our miracle workers are back. Please, take this donation, Rangers. I'd say it isn't much, but that'd be a lie. Well, hun, it's like this. We believe there have been 2 deluges so far. The deluge of water sent by God, and the deluge of fire sent by man. Each time the wicked were purged, and the righteous, like you and me, were saved. Now, the final deluge. Well, no one knows much about that, though everyone has their theories. But we believe that a strong leader, that's the Patriarch, can take us through it unharmed. And he's already off to such a grand start. He found you, and you saved Hardy. No, you've already done more than we can repay. May the good...
I got back safe, Rangers. Thanks to you. We've been hoping you'd stop by.
You're always in our prayers, Rangers. May the good Lord keep you safe.
I know we've met before, Rangers, but it is extremely rude to break into a man's...
Let me express my gratitude for saving both my brother Eston and my son Bellamy. I thought I'd never see them again. But you brought both of them home. This is a token of my thanks. May I help you with something? As you can see, the gas isn't the only way Eston was irrevocably harmed. I'm told his physical injuries have almost completely healed. The best people I know are working diligently to help. Sadly, we don't know how or when he'll ever come back to us. Thank you for your concern. Goodbye, Rangers.
Tomb of gold.
The Patriarch likes it quiet in here.
Have you found victory yet, Rangers? Tell me. Dealt with? How? Good. He's done enough damage as it is. He was my heir, if you can believe it, until I realized he was never going to grow out of hurting people. Exiling him was the best of 2 bad options. The families wanted his head. Still, anyway, I promised you a reward. Here it is. Now, what else? Talk then. I told you before, my hands don't shake. No. I don't need some muscle-headed mercenaries giving me medical advice. I have doctors for that. Now drop it. Fine. Huh. Never thought I'd see those two together again. Think I still got the stand somewhere. I'll send it over to Ranger HQ so you can show them off. Here's a little something for finding them. Brings back a lot of memories. You recall the private prison I said I didn't have? That was in obfuscation. I do have such a prison, and it was raided recently. Know anything about it? One of my highest valued prisoners is missing, and I'd like to know what happened to him. You... what? Ironclad Cordite is one of the most dangerous enemies I've ever fought, and you... why? You make a good point. Win or lose, Cordite's bid for power will make a mess of her forces. Good call. You have my blessing to use him. Just keep him on a tight leash. But that doesn't excuse you breaking into my property and killing my employees. I've given you wide latitude, Rangers, but this is out of bounds. Another offense like this and we're done. Got it? Get out of my sight.
Colonel Death will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too careful these days, right? That's not important. Just make sure you're ready to meet Colonel Death. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. 1 sec. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Remember when you chose to follow the Patriarch's orders instead of saving those folks Erastus threatened to slaughter? I figured we'd meet here so you could see what was left of him. I know Woodson told you to do Buchanan's bidding, but to my mind, it ain't the Ranger way to help the powerful ahead of the helpless. 'Cause things like this happen. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you. I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. Since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, what with you not taking Saul's sons out like I asked, I'm guessing we've got different ideas about how things in Colorado should play out. But I'm still hoping you'll come around November. So here's the deal. As my friends and I see it, 2 things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second... Scar collectors. Well, well. Speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
Soon I will have their RCC!
Getting behind him! God protect me. Gunning them down!
We can handle it, right?
I will have my revenge!
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too. I love the people of Arizona. Arizona is my home. But are you willing to save lives there at the expense of lives here? Are you okay sending home food spattered with innocent blood?
They're not just people to me, Colonel. You're talking about letting my family die. My mom and my dad.
You think I don't have family back home? You think it's not gonna kill me if they die? But this is about everybody's family, the greater good. Listen, the Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning. Without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend we're heroes if we do his dirty work to get it? Sorry, I had this argument with General Woodson 100 times. A sure deal was more important to him than a moral one. That's why the advance team went dark and decided to do this on our own. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up. And why we're here now, asking you for help. Fair enough, but me and mine are between you and the door, so hear me out anyway. Right. First off, there's Liberty. I've gotta hand it to her. Daddy's little girl has done the impossible. She's united the boldest and baddest warlords of the Eastern Plains, and she's getting ready to lead them into Colorado. When she does, well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice. And their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Oh, I don't mind about that, so long as you change your mind about him after. So, glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Part 1, help Ironclad Cordite take control of Liberty's gangs. Then, Part 2, let him lead them all off to Kansas, where he can achieve his blood-soaked destiny without getting any on us.
What?
Oh, right. Well, Ironclad, I know you've been waiting for an opportunity to take back control of the Scar Collectors and the other gangs. And now's the time. Liberty's got them all gathered together on the border, so you won't have to go searching all over the plains for them. They're all in one camp. What do you say?
A plan that puts me back on the path to my destiny and hurts that coward Buchanan? I'm in.
Great. Then this just might work. Now, I'm guessing you'll have some questions. Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA, and Tax from Arizona. These others are locals who have various gripes against the Patriarch. We trained them up as best we could. Nicer bunch of folks you'll never find. Pretty simple, really. The Patriarch has spies watching Liberty's compound. If you show up, those spies will think you're there on Daddy's behalf, and they'll be happy to see you. If we show up, our plan is revealed, yeah? And that would give the Marshals a chance to button up Colorado Springs before we make our attack. They'd be waiting for us. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. Cordite, this means you can't bring the gangs to the big finale. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. You want to come along and get your revenge on the Patriarch? Fine, but leave your army at home.
They'll be too busy preparing for my return to Kansas to bother with Colorado.
Good. That's good. All right then, what's it gonna be? More than are being hurt now? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna give you Liberty's location anyway. No matter what future we want, she's gotta be stopped, right? All I ask is, when you're finally standing face to face with her, please at least consider dealing with her our way and put a bullet between her eyes. Everything else we talked about, well, good luck, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
November, this is Ranger HQ. The Brainiacs at R&D just showed me some of the wild stuff they're done working on. You should come take a look when you're free. Over and out.
Was rolled up and seemed to want something about him. So I'd be much obliged if you came by.
Rangers! Rangers, you came! We're in dire straits here. Those twisted psychopaths want us all dead. You gotta help us. Them crazies were demanding our bison to turn them into weapons of war. Sick fucks wanted to graft machine parts onto them or something. When they started machining them up, the bison fought back. They don't like to be messed with, and they're damn fierce. Bastards had their hands full for sure. They done camped out at the side door on the right. Won't keep 'em out long. It's our breeding pen, and most of our bison are in there. They must have noticed us trying to reinforce it and decided it was the best way in. I'll show you the way, but I am done as soon as we see them. They're crazy. Follow me. The sick bastards are up there. I'll just hang on back while you take care of things. Wouldn't want to get in the way.
If you're looking for trouble, you found it. Right, guys?
Howdy, name's Daryl. Howdy, Daryl.
Rangers, what do you want? This has nothing to do with you. Piss off, Rangers. You have no say in this matter. We will take what is ours. Then you will die with them.
job you done there, Rangers. And since you've taken care of us, seems only fitting we take care of you. We could send some meat over to your HQ every so often. Sound good? Oh, well, you did save our bacon. We can send you one of our prized bison. You'll never find a better friend in man or nature. Any chance you can clear some vermin off the ranch before they go after one of our bison? Well, all sorts of critters find their way to the bison from time to time, trying for a meal. Now, we usually keep them away, but with us being occupied lately, some made their way out back to the bison's watering hole. Can you help us clear them out? Thanks, Rangers. I knew we could rely on y'all. Last we saw, they were out on the ice floe out back. We take our bison out there to drink, so those vermin are a bit of a problem. I'll leave you to it and go tend to the bison. Poor girls need some calming down. You come find me when those vermin are dealt with.
MK1 calling AZ November. Come in November. Do you read me? Now, I wouldn't say that name out here, even on a secure channel. Never know who might be listening. Now, I know where you're headed, so hear me out. When you get to where you're going, gas up at the garage first. I'll find you there and give you the sit rep. Now, don't worry, you can't miss it. I'll contact you. MK1 out.